The following question is related to organic chemistry. The question states that which statement is correct. The first one is that carboxylic acid contains the following functional group, which is he's given us this. Remember, carboxylic acids don't have this functional group. What they have is this functional group, C double bond O, and an OH group is attached, and this is where the rest of the molecule is going to be attached. So this functional group is present, not this one. C double bond O and H is not present. There has to be an OH on that side. So the first statement is incorrect. The second one is that ethanoic acids will react and fizz when copper is added. Now, since ethanoic acids are acids, metals are going to react with acids. And when they react with acids, they're going to produce salt plus hydrogen gas. So normally reactive metals are going to produce hydrogen gas and they're going to fizz. But this is not going to happen with copper because copper is very low in the reactivity series. So I've drawn the reactivity series over here, and you can note that copper is at the lower end of the reactivity series. It's less reactive. It's less reactive than even hydrogen. So all these metals, these bottom metals, that the unreactive metals in the reactivity series, they're not going to react with copper. So this reaction would not happen with copper. It would react with it would happen with other metals which are more reactive than hydrogen. So if you add calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, etc., this reaction would happen. So moving to the next option, option C is that ethanol will decolorize acidified potassium manganate 7, and this statement is correct because ethanol's potassium manganate 7 is a very good oxidizing agent. So it's a very good oxidizing agent. And it has a purple color, so it's purple colored, and whenever it reacts it's going to get decolorized, and the reaction that's going to happen is that I'm going to first draw ethanol. Eth means that there are 2 carbon atoms, so that's 2 carbon atoms. All means there's going to be an OH group, and each carbon atom must be bonded to 4 groups, or it must be having 4 bonds. So I would add all the hydrogens over here. So adding all the hydrogens. So this is ethanol, and I'm going to add KMNO4. KMNO4, you don't need to actually know the exact equation, so it would be represented as a O with a bracket around it. That would indicate an oxidizing agent. KMNO4, this purple colored KMNO4 is a very good oxidizing agent. Generally, it's used in acidified condition, and you heat it. When you do that, this ethanol is going to get oxidized into carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid has this functional group. So C double bond O and OH, and to complete the rest of the molecule, I need to make 4 bonds for carbon, so that's hydrogen. Plus water would also be produced. And this is the reaction that would happen, and there would be 2 oxygens coming from the oxidizing agent. So this is the reaction. Now, if you look carefully, KMNO4 is purple in color. Whenever it reacts, it becomes colorless. So it's going to get decolorized, which is why option C is going to be the correct option. So remember, alcohols or ethanol, they get oxidized with KMNO4. There's another very good oxidizing agent as well, which is K2Cr2O7 or potassium dichromate 6, and that has a different color change. It changes from orange to green. So option C is correct. I'm also going to check option D, which should be incorrect. The question, option D states that the structure of ethyl ethanoate, which is an ester, and esters have this functional group. They have C double bond O and O functional group in it. So the structure of ethyl ethanoate is given as this. Now remember, ethyl ethanoate means the naming is done in 2 parts. Eth means that it has 2 carbon atoms on one side of this functional group. Ethanoate means it's again eth. So eth stands for 2 carbon atoms. So on both sides of this functional group over here, there should be 2 carbon atoms over here, and there should be 2 carbon atoms on this side as well. So this molecule is clearly incorrect because around this functional group, on this side there's only 1 carbon atom, and on the left hand side there's only 1 carbon atom on the left hand side. So this is methyl methanoate, not ethyl ethanoate. So this option is also incorrect. So option C is your correct option for this question.